I'm full after that. Later on, I'm not like an hour later, like, I'm hungry. No, full, ready to go on for the next 24 hours of fasting. Secret number. Hey guys, it's Elizabeth, Countess of Low Carb, and on this episode, we're gonna talk about OMAD diet, 1 meal a day. Meals, easy ones. I've got 13 easy meals for you and 1 secret one. Shh, if you stay until the end, you can see what my secret one is for you. But I'm pumped today to talk about this concept. Before we dive into all the meals and the recipes for the 1 meal a day, make sure you click like, make sure you click subscribe if you wanna see all things keto and intermittent fasting, and sign up for my free weekly keto meal plan, my gift to you. Now let's dive into my 13 OMAD easy meals for you to help you lose weight. A little prerequisite, I like to share with people who are doing the OMAD diet, 1 meal a day diet, have a meal that you love, like you're so passionate about, that will help you get through the 24-hour burst or 23-hour burst of not eating. For me, this is super helpful when I'm doing OMAD, that I know, gosh, I'm gonna be really satiated and really full when I'm done with my 24-hour fasting burst and then consuming that meal. So I like to make my 13 meals really decadent, really good, but also really keto, which is high fat, moderate protein, low carb. My husband does OMAD. He does not follow the ketogenic diet. He does not even really follow the low carb diet, but has gotten 6-pack abs, huge muscles from it's amazing. It's actually incredible through working out with doing OMAD. So you could do it, you can do this many different ways, but the way that's worked well for me is through having these cool meals. So the first one that I like to recommend, and that is my #1 favorite go-to because it's the most filling steak. I find when I have a juicy, juicy steak waiting for me, it fills me up. I'm not hungry later on. I feel satiated, so there's not the mind effery of, oh, I'm still hungry, or oh, I want more food, or whatever. I don't feel the drop in my insulin after eating it, whereas some other meals I do, because it's the high fat, moderate protein, low carb. If I put some Kerrygold grass-fed butter on top to help make it even higher fat. But listen, I don't even really add the butter anymore because I eat the gristle off of the steak to ensure that I'm getting that collagen. Many of y'all talk about having collagen supplements. You don't need to have them. You don't need to have them if you eat the collagen off of the steak. So that's what I do. I enjoy a steak, and I may have that with a side salad or some spinach. 2 cups of spinach per day is typically what I like to do to help keep my stomach regular, not to get into too much detail with that, but also the potassium in it is super important, super important. If you're doing the OMAD diet, fasting, ketogenic diet, any of those ways of life, you do need potassium. So I do also like to season my steaks with Maldon sea salt. Maldon sea salt for me, and there's 2 options. Redmond salt, which is a Utah-based salt. It's more granular. It comes from the United States. It's very, very good. I don't have my test sample it's not right. My little 4-year-old moved it. But there's also the Maldon sea salt flakes. Whichever way you need to be salting your food in order to have your electrolytes. We need salt. So that's meal #1 on the OMAD diet, is a delicious ribeye steak. If you go out to eat a steak at steakhouses like Outback, Longhorn, make sure they don't put finishing sauce on it because it does have soybean oil or other inflammatory properties in the steak. Meal #2 on my easy OMAD diet is fried chicken. Who likes fried chicken? So I have a great fried chicken recipe. It's using pork panko. I will put it down in the description link below, as is all these recipes. It's so stinking good, and it's so easy. If you're a Sesame Street chef, you can do this. It's really simple. You just cook it in bacon grease, use pork panko with an egg wash. It will take you less time to make this than it would be to go through a drive-through window. And it's really, really filling because you're using the bacon grease to help cook it. If you don't want to use the bacon grease, you can use just butter or some other type of oil in there to help pan fry it. But I like the bacon grease because it's hearty, and again, it's that all roads lead back to I want to be full and satiated for my 1 meal. If I'm having 1 meal, I want it to be good. The other thing I found through having these meals is I have higher quality, like grass-fed, organic. Those are best, of course, do the best you can afford, but I find if I'm saving money by not having all these meals, that this is a better way to do it. Next I have is lobster. I will put down how you cook lobster down below. Costco frequently has it on sale, as does Aldi of all places. I did a whole how to cook lobster from Aldi a few months ago. It's very filling if you dip the lobster into some grass-fed butter to get those fats. It's a decadent meal. We sometimes grill our lobster tails on the grill or in our smoker. It's so good. And it's filling, right? Like you could grill some vegetables, some zucchini on the grill with that. That's another awesome choice. Number 4 is grilled fish. We live in Shenandoah Valley, so we're locked in with mountains. We're in between mountains. So getting fish can sometimes be interesting unless we drive over the mountain to go to like a Wegmans, to go to a higher end store. But we live near a Costco that has excellent fish. I don't know why it's so excellent, but it's really, really good. So I enjoy getting our fish from there. I will post down below in the description link for this easy OMAD meal that getting grilled fish with some butter on top, a little bit of seasoning. I like to use a lemon pepper seasoning, which I will link down below. Is so good, so filling. I feel really full, and I know that I'm getting the good fats from that too, like the omega fats from it, that I highly recommend. The next thing, so that was number 4. Number 5 is a plot twist, is the ribeye burger or a brisket burger. I've recently discovered these at my grocery store. Be mindful of the ingredients so they don't add weird like soybean oil or canola oil or weirdo. Sometimes they do in the back of the packaging. If you asked your butcher to make take a ribeye or to take, he's gonna freak out, but to take some sort of steak meat, put it through the grinder to make patties out of it. It's the most filling thing. I had it the other day for my OMAD meal, and having a ribeye burger with some blue cheese on top. Y'all, I had 3 patties. I had the blue cheese, done son. I was so full, and then I looped in back over. I felt so good after eating it. Sometimes after eating meals, I feel like a dip, which is the insulin dropping. I don't get that with having ribeye burgers. Number 5 is tuna fish in a can. If you need cheap keto on a budget or an OMAD on a budget type meal, I just did a keto on a budget grocery haul video where I found tuna for less than 88 cents a can. So if you factored in like my other discounts and stuff. So you can have a whole can of tuna fish, 6 ounces of that, put some mayonnaise in that, be mindful of the soybean oil for inflammatory properties, put it in a beautiful lettuce wrap, or if you're eating non-keto, put it in a low carb wrap type thing. It's a very filling meal because you have the fat from the mayonnaise and then the tuna fish. And if you need an expensive meal or a meal to go, just be mindful of your coworkers if you're having tuna fish. If you're having your OMAD meal at lunchtime, just be mindful of that. So the next one is tacos. I love making a keto style taco. We do at our household, my husband has regular taco with taco shells, as does my 4-year-old. I will have a taco salad with it. The taco meat, again, is super filling, super easy. I will link my homemade taco seasoning down below because it doesn't have in it MSG. It doesn't have maltodextrose, which can be inflammatory properties and stall weight loss if you're having a weight loss stall. Next is ribs. So if you have a smoker, even a grill, or even a crock pot, you can make ribs at home that are so filling, so good, finger licking good. I don't put barbecue sauce on my ribs, but it's a really, really satiating, filling meal. After I have ribs, again, same thing. I don't feel that insulin dip when I don't have the barbecue sauce with it. My husband makes them with butter and with apple cider vinegar. I will link that recipe down below. But it's one of the most filling OMAD meals that I have. 9 is chicken wings. Using an air fryer like a Kusari air fryer makes easy chicken wings. I can get organic chicken wings, a whole pack of them for $3 from Costco, and the organic kind. I like to make mine extra crispy. I'll spray a little bit of oil on top of them or a little bit of melted butter with some sprinkled salt and pepper. Very filling. My husband will make it with barbecue sauce or wing sauce. I just don't like spice, so I don't put any wing sauce because I'm a baby about that. But you totally could do butter and Tabasco sauce to make some wing sauce. Very filling because you're eating quantity of it. I sometimes find that I do need an additional something with that, so I may have a piece of cheese with that just to ensure that I'm fully full, but the volume of eating the wings takes a long time. It's a meal that you like ribs, like you're eating on bones, like it takes a while. You can't just snarf that down. And so my encouragement to you is find things that make you slow down when eating. I have had that with OMAD where I'm eating really fast, and having wings or ribs with the bones, you cannot do that. You cannot snarf down that meal. Next meal is a cauliflower pizza. I love getting the cauliflower crust. I will put down below. It's shipped to me, so I don't have to make it. I do have other recipes you can see in my playlist of where I make my own keto pizzas at home. So it's high fat, moderate protein, low carb. But I like having the cauliflower pizza delivered. And so I'll put a little basil pesto sauce on there with some sprinkled mozzarella. My little boy loves helping me make that, and I love him making it with me too. The cauliflower pizza, the one that I get delivered, makes it really simple to do. The next thing I have is an omelet. It's so filling because you can add in the omelet the eggs, heavy cream, cheese, bacon, leftover steak, like if you have leftover protein, leftover hamburger meat, leftover taco meat, you can throw that into the omelets. I love omelets because they're kind of like my leftover depositories. Like, boop, I'm gonna put that in the omelet. They're very filling because of the eggs in them. They're inexpensive as a keto on the budget meal, but they're a good, easy meal to make, and you can have kids help you make them and whisk the eggs and all that good stuff. I do like to put down on my pan butter to ensure I'm getting the high fat with it also. The next meal that I have is rotisserie rosemary chicken. Now I'm a Sesame Street chef, so I have a hard time cooking, but I cook in my Kasari Instapot a delicious chicken, a whole chicken, organic whole chicken that I get from Costco or from our local farmer. Our CSA meat that we're part of provides us with organic chickens. Either way, I get a whole chicken, and from that I put beautiful seasoning on top, a little avocado oil or olive oil on the chicken, and rosemary sprigs. That is delicious, and it's literally 35 minutes on high pressure, done. And that's the meal, and you can do so many things with that. It's very filling if you add on the side some sort of high fat, such as some mayonnaise or some sort of ranch, excuse me, to dip it in. It's really very filling and very satiating, and it's off of not having beef every single day. I do like having a rotisserie organic chicken sprinkled in there as well. Number 13 is going to be a bacon cheeseburger. Not just a burger, not just a cheeseburger, a bacon cheeseburger. I love those. I will get those sometimes from Five Guys, being mindful of the soybean oil or other inflammatory oils used. But making my own on the grill is really simple. I can make that a bacon cheeseburger in like 15, 20 minutes. It's a very simple, easy OMAD meal to make. And it's very satisfying and filling. I'm full after that. Later on, I'm not like an hour later, like, I'm hungry. No, full, ready to go on for the next 24 hours of fasting. Bonus secret that I had for you was fasting. So you've done the OMAD 1 meal a day, having one meal. Why not try to do a 48-hour fast? My secret is right now I am currently on a 48-hour fast. I am fasting. I have way more energy, mental clarity in my thinking about food. Yes, it pops in and then it pops out. I'm sure that I'm using my Maldon sea salt, which I will link down below, to help keep me satiated, but definitely my encouragement and bonus to you is try a 48-hour fast. You may not think you can, but I bet you can. There's so many amazing health benefits from fasting and intermittent fasting per Dr. Fung, the daddy of intermittent fasting, that are coming out. The 2016 Nobel Prize winner won on the concept of autophagy, A-U-T-O-P-H-A-G. I'm spelling it wrong. I'll put it down in the description link below. Off the premise of autophagy. I'm not the best speller, but basically it's helping regenerate our cells. It can help with brain functions like Alzheimer's. It can help with cancers. There's a lot of amazing things that we don't know yet about autophagy, but it kicks in at later points of fasting. Surely we're getting it at the 24-hour mark if you're not having certain things, but definitely that was the bonus one I wanted to encourage you to research more, learn more about, because definitely it's a healthful benefit for you too. So if you found this video helpful, smash that like button. Make sure you click subscribe and sign up for my free weekly Wednesday weight loss email. I'll see you again next time for all things weight loss. Bye guys.